Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for today's second date update is named Jake. And Jake, I suspect, is a master dater.
Oh, really? Why's that?
Well, because, normally in dating, you don't want to seem too eager.
Uh-huh.
There's like the 2-day rule where you're going to wait a couple days before you contact them. Some people right away start texting and they get way too excited and then it scares off the other person.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that 2-day rule, but okay.
That's me, yeah. I scare people off.
Yeah. Well, not Jake. Jake is really good at it. Apparently, he waits a little longer than 2 days.
Oh.
And the timing, I believe, is going to be perfect. Because Jake waits 2 years.
What?
To contact the person that he wants to get together with. Jake, I see what you're doing, and I like it.
It's a slow play.
Yeah, it's all part of my master plan, you guys. It works every time.
Every time.
Every couple
Yeah,
of years.
Good.
He might go on one date every decade, but whatever.
Dude,
He gets it done.
Hope you never want to get married. At that rate, you're not going to propose for like 200 years.
Well, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, so I kind of took that and ran with it,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I like
you
it.
did.
You do things in extremes. I can appreciate that, Jake. Why are you waiting 2 years to get a hold of the girl that you want to call today?
So I met this girl on a social website.
They had those 2
Okay.
years ago?
They did, absolutely.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. Wow.
And I assume you guys went out 2 years ago.
Yes, so I connected with this girl on the phone. We actually met up for a date, and I love to golf. And I go to the driving range almost every weekend. Come to find out, this girl had never, ever held a club or definitely never hit a ball before. So I was super excited to take her to the driving range.
Okay.
Oh.
That could go really well or really horribly.
Absolutely, but fun nonetheless.
Okay, yeah,
so
true.
always
Horrible is fun. Yeah.
She was excited to learn, so it was an exciting date, to say the least. We get there. I get us a big bucket of balls, and as soon as I grab this bucket of balls, I see this older gentleman kind of staring at us from off in the distance.
And you were like, screw her. I want to date the older gentleman.
No.
And you end up...
Not at all, buddy.
Oh.
I was thinking, does this guy checking me out, or is he checking my date out? Because she was looking really good.
Okay, so you
Okay.
fought an old guy at the driving range
No.
because he was looking at your date.
No, I did not try to fight him.
Damn. Okay.
So
Well,
what
this
is-
is not exciting to me anymore.
Oh, come
No,
on.
I'm really curious. What does he have to do with your guys' night?
So check this out. So I find us a good tee, and I'm knocking some balls. I'm showing her how to hit, and then I get behind her, and I'm showing her how to swing, of course,
Nice.
right? It's our
Yeah.
first date. So this guy starts getting closer and closer.
Weird.
How is he getting closer? Like, I picture like a cartoon character, like hiding behind poles and then moving to the closer
Next
one next to you.
Listen, because he started off at his car, and now he's inside the place where we are, and he's only like 5 booths over, which it's not really that far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And every time I look over, he's looking over. So I am getting
Weird.
a big creepy vibe from this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So am I.
So now we're finished hitting our bucket of balls, and he comes up to us, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Uh-oh.
This is not going to be good.
Yep. It's about time to beat down an old man.
Come to find out, he's not a creepy old man. He is a father spying on his daughter, which is the girl I'm taking out on our first date.
What? It was
Whoa.
her dad?
Wait, and she didn't say anything? Like her dad's over there staring at you guys and she didn't give you like a heads up?
And did her dad confront you?
He definitely confronted me. He introduced himself, and he said, listen, I don't think that's very gentlemanlike of you on your first date to be standing behind my daughter like that.
Oh,
come
man.
on, man.
Oh my God. Let the woman
Wow.
live her life. Raise your daughter to be
Yeah.
independent and strong willed so she can make her own damn decisions, Dad.
Yeah.
So what'd you say?
Well, to be honest with you, I just gave him the respect that he deserved. It was his daughter, and obviously it left a bad taste in my mouth. Now, this girl called me for a couple weeks, and I never answered the phone.
Yeah, why
Right.
would you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to get involved in that.
I wouldn't want to deal with that either.
Pretty dramatic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I stopped taking her phone calls, and yeah, she called me for a couple weeks. I guess she had a good time.
I don't understand why now? Why are you going to try to call her back now, though? You think the dad died or something over the course of 2 years?
Oh, man. No. Something amazing happened in my family. My sister had a baby, and she actually had a little girl. So now I have a beautiful little precious niece.
Oh, cute.
Okay,
Yeah,
congratulations.
and you know what? I am so protective of this little kid.
Okay.
And it
Okay.
has me thinking, I understand now why her father, this girl's father, was so protective of his daughter.
Oh, give me a break.
No, really, I totally get it, really.
Wow.
Okay.
So wait,
good.
having a niece has made you realize what was going through a weirdo dad's head.
I guess I can kind of relate. I'm very protective, so he's protective, and I get it.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
It makes sense.
So, yeah, I know it's been 2 years, and it's kind of a long time, but I feel like I at least owe her that much. Give her that opportunity to just say what she had to say, and, she deserves that much.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, we'll play a song, and I'll call her father to get permission to talk to her on the phone. And then we'll come back and get your second date update, all right?
All right, guys, thank you.
Yeah, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, today's second date update reminds me of a movie that I saw on the internet one time.
Really?
It was called Daddy Like to Watch.
Oh my God, no.
Different-
Oh my God, no.
Completely different storyline.
Oh, gross.
A lot of similar characters, though. There was a guy dating a daughter and then a father. Anyway, we'll just get right in
Wow. Oh,
today's
wow.
second date update. Jake is on the phone with us, and he wants to call a girl named Teresa. He actually went out with Teresa over 2 years ago. They went to the driving range. The thing was, her dad had followed them and showed up to the driving range and also came up to him after and was like, hey, I don't think it's very appropriate that you were touching my daughter. Because I guess at one point he was like trying to show her how to swing. He was, basically using it as an excuse.
Yeah, the classic.
To touch the dude's daughter.
Yeah.
But anyway, he came up and confronted him, and Jake ignored her phone calls after that and hasn't talked to her in 2 years, and he wants to call her and apologize for not at least answering her call and ask her out on another date.
How are you going to do this? I mean, are you going to go into the fact that now you have a baby niece and you suddenly understand why her dad is so crazy possessive?
Yeah, I'm just really hoping that she's going to be open to just at least hearing me out, and who knows, we'll take it from there, but I really do think this girl is a great catch.
Okay. Well, I can send you a link to that video I was talking about, too.
Oh
if
my
you're curious
gosh.
about watching that.
No, that's okay. I think I'm good, man.
Okay.
Well, we don't know how Jake's story is going to end yet. We'll see how possessive
That's
that father
true.
is.
Yeah, let's
so,
find out. All right, Jake, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can get her on the phone. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Teresa?
Yes.
Hey, Teresa, how are you? My name is Jubal from a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
I'm actually calling you because one of our listeners emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you been out on any dates in the last 2 to 5 years?
That's a big question.
Okay, well, are you currently dating anybody right now?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, how serious is it?
why are you asking me this?
Well, you went out on a date with a dude 2 years ago, and he actually emailed us asking if we could get you on the phone because you guys stopped talking after that date.
What?
He basically ghosted you.
He ghosted you before the term ghost was even used
That's
as a dating
true.
term.
Pre-ghost.
That's a good point.
Who? Who is it?
His name is Jake.
Wait. No. It can't be the Jake I'm thinking of.
Well, if the Jake you're thinking of took you to the driving range, then that's the Jake we're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Serious?
Yep. He emailed us and said that he would like us to get in contact with you because he feels bad for not answering your phone calls.
What? After 2 years?
Yeah,
apparently
he said
he's
he's been thinking about it.
Really stewing on this one for a while.
Oh my gosh.
Is that cool to you or is that creepy?
That's weird. That's crazy.
Like crazy like a good thing or crazy like you think he's crazy?
Crazy like I cannot believe this is happening right now. This is weird.
Well, it's happening, and Jake is the person who didn't call you back.
Yeah.
And we already know the reason for that. It was because he told us that your dad followed you guys and kind of confronted him after.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Which I
But-
cannot believe your dad did that. Oh,
Oh, yeah, you don't know my dad.
yeah.
So what's happening with Jake? Like, he wants to talk to me? What's going on?
He does want to talk to you, and he's actually on the other line.
He's
Hi, Teresa.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I'm a little late on the call back.
2 years.
A little.
A little bit.
Sorry, is this for real?
Yes.
You're not playing a joke on me, are you?
No, we're not playing a joke on you. Jake is a listener to our show. He emailed us and said he wanted to get in contact with you after 2 years.
Why? It's been 2 years. Why are you calling me now?
Look, I really just wanted to apologize to you. I do feel horrible. I think this is so immature of me that I did not answer your phone call. I feel really bad. I just want to say that I am sorry. I was immature, and you deserve much, much better than that, Teresa. I'm so sorry.
Wow. Well said.
Dude, Teresa, you just got the apology that I think millions of women are looking for after being ghosted after a date.
Yeah. Thanks for saying that, Jake. I appreciate it.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I said, I just feel really bad about the way the date ended because I really had a good time on our date. I think you have a terrific backswing. And
I have a terrible backswing.
well, listen, I can still help you improve that, but we'll get into that later. So I just want to touch base about, how the date ended and your father was kind of stalking us. And yes, it creeped me out. I think it would have creeped anybody out. That isn't your fault. And I at least should have gave you the opportunity to, to explain the situation to me. And I feel bad. It isn't your fault.
Thanks. I mean, I don't know if I was in your situation, if I really would have responded differently anyway. So I can't really hold that against you.
Well, thank you for understanding. Thank you so much.
So wait, Teresa, I mean, what are you feeling right now? Have you been thinking about Jake at all over the last 2 years?
Probably a lot more than you would imagine.
Really?
Whoa.
Yes, that date, and again, not necessarily Jake's fault, but that was a kind of a big thing in my life because my dad, he'd never quite gone that far before, but he pulled a few things like that.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I stopped talking to my dad.
What?
Whoa.
What? You just
Wow, so I guess you have thought
Wow,
about Jake. Jake, you threw a rift in between her and her dad.
What did
No.
you do?
What do you have to say for yourself, Jake?
That is not
No,
true.
you have to
listen,
understand.
Teresa, are you serious? You haven't talked to your dad?
No, I haven't. But that's an issue between me and my dad. I talked to him about boundaries and letting me live my life, and he did not listen to me. And that incident was beyond humiliating. And you have to understand that even if it hadn't happened on that date, it would have happened at some point. And
Whoa.
I had to draw a boundary.
Yeah, I know, but your dad, he just loves you and he's looking out for you,
He would have never, ever pulled that crap if I was a boy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you're
and
not a
that's-
boy. You're his little girl.
I'm not his little girl. I'm an adult woman.
Look, this may be kind of weird, but I just became an uncle, okay? My sister just had this beautiful little baby girl, and it's completely changed my life, Teresa. Like, all I want to do is protect this little girl, make sure that she is safe at all times. I would do anything, and it gave me, like, a glimpse into how your father feels about you.
Are you serious?
That's why I feel so bad, because your father was just doing what a good father should do. He was
No.
looking out for his little girl.
No, there's a difference. I appreciate that he cares. I appreciate you understand. But there's a difference between caring and wanting someone to be safe and completely invading their life and overruling their own decisions. That's a different story.
You're right. He pushed it a little too far. He crossed the line. But everything he did was out of love and in your best interest. So you have to keep in touch with this guy. He's your father.
This is not your deal. This has nothing to do with you. This is something that happened between me and my dad, and I made this decision. You don't have to be his advocate. I have made this decision for myself.
Teresa, I'm not saying you need to call him and forgive him right away. All I'm saying is understand where he's coming from and give him a chance. Talk to him at least. I mean, you've got to talk to your father.
Do you really care about this much?
Yes, I really do, because I understand now where he's coming from, Teresa. I get it.
Because you're an uncle.
Wait, okay, wait.
Yeah.
You guys went on one date, Jake. I mean, if Teresa doesn't want to talk to her dad anymore, that's her choice, right?
Yeah, but I just feel bad because I feel like it's kind of because of me, like I said. I don't know.
Jake, it's not because of you. This would have happened at some point. If it wasn't my date with you, it would have been my date with someone else or anything else.
Teresa, I have a favor to ask, and I know you don't owe me any favors, but listen, would you please just talk to your father and just let him just tell you how he feels? Maybe hear him out, and that's all I ask, please.
Teresa, how do you feel about this? Are you annoyed? Are you think that it's awesome? He's so...
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I don't know. It's funny that he's bringing this up right now because I have been thinking about my dad a lot lately, and it is his birthday in a couple of weeks.
I was going to say, right now, that would make it
cool.
like...
God, me too. I was like, what is happening?
Talk about everything aligning.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason that we're reconnecting today. Maybe it's just to help you and your father reconnect also.
Hey.
I think you should give him a call.
You know what? I'm going to think about that.
All right.
Okay.
That's good.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
So is that what you're most excited about, Jake?
Yeah.
That's it. Goodbye.
Hey, Jake, now that you may have helped repair a family relationship, Teresa, would you like to go on a second date with Jake again? We'll pay for it. Or would you like me to pay for a date with your dad who you haven't talked to in a while?
Wait, are you asking me to choose between a date with my dad and a date with Jake?
Or you guys can
fair.
all go out together again. But this time,
Oh my
you know
God.
it.
I did not expect this when I woke up this morning.
I bet.
I feel like it's important to be open to possibilities. And you know what? What is one date with Jake where my dad is not there?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, and don't talk to your dad beforehand. Wait until after you go on the date, because there could be a chance, you could be back in the same place.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, I can't wait to see how this plays out. Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Jake wanted to call Teresa. Actually was a long time since they even talked. Excuse me, I'm getting all choked up. But they didn't end up going out again because her dad was super angry.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, like controlling dude with his daughter. And then we got her on the phone and found out that she actually stopped talking to her dad after they went out because she was tired of him trying to run her life.
right, because she's an adult.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it was weird because Jake was like, no, you got to start talking to your dad again.
Yeah.
My sister has and I know what it is now. I have a niece. And so what he was doing was fine. And I feel bad about it and all this other stuff.
He's more concerned about her and the dad
Yeah,
than getting a date.
I think he wants to date her
I
dad.
think he wants to be someone's possessive father.
Yeah. So they decided to go out again, and I guess he's going to try to convince her to repair that relationship, whatever. Good luck to them. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person that didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've had a few second date updates where someone has gotten ditched right in the middle of their date.
Yeah.
But none of them have been like at an event where you had to sit by yourself after your date hasn't come back for, let's say, the fourth quarter of a Seahawks game.
Oh, no.
Because that's exactly what happened to Adam, who wants us to do a second date update for him today. What's up, Adam?
How you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Adam.
I'm doing all right.
So tell us about Susan. It says you met her at a singles event, right?
Yeah, I immediately noticed her. She was really pretty. So I kind of thought to myself, I was like, I got to go up and talk to her. So I kind of found out that we were both Seahawks fans. I'm a season ticket holder.
Oh,
So it was kind of
so
like
jealous.
a natural sort of segue, I guess, for me to be like, oh, well, I'm a season ticket holder. Would you like to come to a game with me?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
those are some
pretty-
pretty coveted tickets. I
Yeah,
mean,
Right.
seriously.
Yeah.
you must have thought she was real pretty.
Oh, yeah. And I felt like this was kind of a slam dunk because, especially this season, everybody wants to go to games, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she agreed. And the day of the game, actually, I was like not feeling very well, just kind of under the weather. I had debated just not going and just canceling, but I was like really excited about it. There's no way I can miss this game this year, So I rallied.
How sick were you? Were you like puking and stuff?
No, not that bad. But just like it's kind of like a cold, I guess, cold headache.
All right.
Just was really like low energy, and
So I'm guessing if you were sick, you probably didn't get too hammered. And I'm guessing. Hey, I'm just guessing because you're a Seahawks fan, you get hammered at the games. You could be sober and not drink at all. I have no idea, but I'm assuming that.
Well, I'm not going to implicate myself, but yeah, I have been overserved at a couple Seahawks games.
It's someone else's fault, of course.
So did you not drink as much as you normally would?
No, I mean, I wanted to have fun, so I had like a couple beers, but didn't get drunk, just kind of to have a good time.
That would be my fear, taking a first date to a Seahawks game or so. I have Sounders season tickets, and the first time I took my girlfriend now there, I was concerned because I'm like, I get blacked out at these things.
Yeah.
And she's going to see me at my worst. So it's a very gutsy move.
Yeah.
How was the date, though? How was the game with her?
We had like a really good time. I mean, ordered some nachos, and we had this competition to see who could do like the loudest cheer. Like I'd go see, she'd go Hawks, see who could do the loudest. We were like pretty obnoxious. I thought we might even get like kicked out, but it was fun,
All right.
And fourth quarter came around, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get some food." So I'm like, "All right." And the game ends. I'm sitting there in a seat waiting. I thought maybe there was like a long line, or she got lost back on her way to the seats or whatever. But she never came back.
And you didn't hear anything from her?
No, I texted her. I called her since. My main concern is just that she's okay. I haven't heard anything from her.
You haven't seen her on a missing persons list.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't put out like an Amber Alert on her or anything, but I just worried, and then again, like I said, I had a really good time with her, and I hope she had a good time with me, and I'd like to see her, so I just want to know if something happened.
Was she drunk? Did she drink a bunch?
Mm-hmm.
No, she probably had just like 2 beers.
Okay. Because I was just thinking like maybe she got hammered and wandered off with one of her friends or something.
Yeah.
I've been guilty of that too.
Did you guys meet down at the stadium? She had her own car?
Yeah, exactly. So we met there, and I just don't know what happened. I'm like, did I do something? Or I don't know. I'm just like totally perplexed.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed at her right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope she's okay, but she left it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, who would ever leave a Seahawks game?
You
Ever.
jerk.
Yeah, no matter
that's what it's
how
all
bad
about.
the
Hey,
is.
she could be hurt, whatever, doesn't matter. Way to be a terrible fan. All right, Adam. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Now, Adam, your date ditched you at the fourth quarter of a Seahawks game, leaving you sitting there by yourself.
Yep.
And you have no idea why. That sucks. But I think the real important thing here we need to ask her when we get her on the phone is, why in the hell would you leave a Seahawks game in the fourth quarter?
Have you seen
Yeah.
Russell Wilson?
Who cares if you're on a first date or not? What is your problem?
Yes.
Again, if you're just tuning into the second date update, Adam's on the phone with us right now. He was out with this girl named Susan. Like I said, in the fourth quarter of the Seahawks game, she said she was getting up to get some food and never returned. He hasn't heard from her since. He's actually worried about her because he wants to make sure she's okay, but also find out why she would just ditch him and leave him sitting there.
And she took her coat and everything with her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like packing up
I
everything.
just want to make sure
I'm
it
just
was
gonna
like
get some food.
it was planned and she wasn't really abducted or
Got
something
you.
horrible.
Arrested or something.
I don't know.
All her stuff was gone.
Okay, we're going to call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone, all right?
Okay.
Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Susan, please?
this is she.
Hi, Susan. How are you? My name is Pete. I'm calling from the Seattle Seahawks.
Hi, Pete.
We noticed that you left the game in the fourth quarter the other day, and we're wondering if there was a problem with your seat or were you not happy with the performance of the team. We're just calling fans to ask them why they would leave the game early is all. Hey, Susan.
Yeah.
This is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm okay.
Probably extra confused now.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? You did leave a Seahawks game early a little while ago, didn't you?
Yes. How do you know that?
I know that because the guy that you were with, Adam, is a friend of the show, and he's wondering why you would ditch him on your first date.
Well, I mean,
when I first met him, he seemed like a really nice guy, but I don't know what was going on, but he was just kind of, like, out of control. He just seemed really crazy.
Like, fan-wise, like he was screaming and yelling too much?
I figured he was on some sort of drugs or something, because it was just, like, we got some nachos, and then he decides just, like, put the whole nacho ball up to his face.
What?
And it's just, like, getting cheese all over his face and, like, laughing and, like, smiling at me. And the people around us, like, he's already been drawing attention because he's been doing this, like, who can scream louder game. So, like, already everybody around us has been looking at this guy, and now he's, like, putting his face in his nachos.
That's messy.
Like he's insane.
At halftime, he gets up on his chair and starts playing air guitar. But there's no music playing. And then he's yelling the F word. Everybody's looking at him. I'm worried that the camera is going to, like, show this crazy guy, and I'm standing right next to him. Like, it's humiliating.
Yeah. So at what point did you decide finally just like, hey, I can't take this anymore. I've got to leave?
Right before the fourth quarter, I was like, all right, I'm going to go get something to eat. But then, really, I felt bad. You know, I feel like a jerk. So I went back, and he'd fallen asleep in his seat.
Stop it. Fell asleep?
So
I sat next to him for a minute, but he was just, like, passed out.
Oh, my
He's like a toddler, basically, just facing the nachos, jumping up and down, playing air guitar to music that doesn't exist, and then taking a nap right away.
The guy sitting behind us who'd, like, been noticing this whole thing, he's like, they're like, well, I guess he wore himself out.
Yeah.
They were so
Susan?
thankful.
So I just was like, you know, this guy, like, needs an intervention or something. Like, I think he has some sort of drug problems.
Maybe this could be the intervention, Susan, because he's actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
Yeah.
What?
Hi, Susan.
Hi.
This is really embarrassing.
Oh, my gosh.
You're telling me.
Adam, when I asked you earlier if you were drunk, were you lying to us? Were you hammered?
No, I wasn't hammered.
Then what was wrong with you?
I told you guys, like, I was feeling under the weather the whole day, right? And I really wanted to just rally, so, like, I don't know, I took some NyQuil and some stuff like that, and I guess I was just a little loopy. I don't know. That stuff is...
You don't rally on NyQuil, dude.
You don't mix it with other medicines either.
I just really wanted to go to the game. Like, I didn't want to call and cancel. Like, I was really looking forward to taking to the game, so I guess did what I had to do to make it, and I felt better. And I guess, you know, combined with those beers, it just, like, I don't know, put me over the edge.
Made you just a psycho?
You felt a lot
Embarrassed
better.
about this. I don't even remember doing that. That's the crazy part. Like, I don't remember falling asleep. Like, I just can't believe that I acted that way. And just, I don't know. I guess just tried too hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just outrageous.
Adam, you don't remember any of this?
I mean, I remember, like, eating the nachos, but it's not like she detailed it. Like, I thought I just ate them normally. I definitely don't remember eating them with no hands.
In your mind, you have a fork and you're just daintily putting them in your mouth. Meanwhile, your face is in the whole box of nachos.
Yeah, in my mind, I had a napkin and I was eating them like a normal, civilized person. I don't remember doing it otherwise.
Susan, you did say that it seemed like he was on drugs. So maybe he's telling you the truth and he just had a really weird reaction.
I mean, technically she's correct. You know, I was, but it wasn't like freaking NyQuil. Yeah, and a couple of beers. So
I've never seen cold medicine make someone, like, go crazy like that.
Yeah, honestly, this is probably the number one most embarrassing moment of my life right now. I'm not kidding you.
Do you believe him, Susan?
I don't know. I mean, it was embarrassing, that's for sure. I
understand why you would feel that way, and I get it. I just, you know, I really liked you, and I really am bummed because I feel like I just ruined it right off the bat.
Hey, Susan, we'd love to send you guys out on a second date. We will pay for it. I'm sure Adam wants to go out again and prove that he's not a raving lunatic. And Susan, would you be interested in going out with Adam again?
I mean, I guess I appreciate that he's trying to make it up to me.
And Adam, you want to go out with Susan again, right?
Yeah, I would love to. I really, really would love to.
Oh, that's cute.
So, is
You
that a
guys-
yes?
I mean, I really liked Adam when I first met him, and I love that he's a Seahawks fan. So, yeah, I'll give
Thank
it
you.
another go.
Nice.
Cute. You guys are going to
Sweet.
be so good when you're not on cold medicine.
I hope so.
Adam, congratulations. You got a second date.
Oh, man, I feel so much. I'm completely embarrassed, but I feel
Right.
much better.
Awesome.
You're not sick anymore,
you.
right, Adam?
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And the next time you are sick, don't get your medication from some guy named Tic Tac in an alley. Go to the drugstore.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Everybody has their celebrity look-alike, right? You see it on Instagram all the time, people posting like, this is who I look like. I had a longtime girlfriend that said she looked like Giselle. No, she didn't.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I like how people pick their own. That's always good.
Nice try. Anyway, the guy on the phone today says he usually does pretty good in the dating department because he looks like Joe Manganiello. You know who that is?
Oh my God, yeah, I know who that is. Take your shirt off now,
I
please.
remember the name.
He's been in the Magic Mike movies.
Oh, yeah.
He was engaged, or I don't know if they ended up getting married to Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, they're married.
Yeah.
He's married to Sofia Vergara. So, anyway, this guy says that he looks like him. I don't know if that does anything for anybody, but here you go. Hey, what's up, Kevin? How are you?
Good.
So, do you actually look like Joe Manganiello, or you just think you do, and all your friends laugh at you behind your back?
I mean, they might laugh behind my back, but a lot of women tell me that I do look like him. So if they do laugh behind my back, well, I'm the one bringing home the babes.
The babes.
All right. So you're bringing home the babes, except for one who you want to call today for a second date update. What's her name?
Her name is April.
April. And did she say anything about your doppelganger?
Well, she didn't have to. It's on my dating profile.
Oh, God.
So do you have pictures of him and of you on your profile, or just you, and you say you look like him?
Well, I have the pictures of him just so, so people know I'm not full of it.
Okay. Well, I mean, it obviously impressed her because you guys went out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe that works on a dating profile.
Well, you put up a number of pictures, so, I put some pictures of him so they can see I'm not, So a lot of times people don't recognize just the name, but once they see this picture, they know who,
And then they're like, oh, that is, okay, he does look like the guy from Magic Mike, so I'll go out with him because I really liked that movie. Like,
Maybe. I'm not going to complain if that's the case.
Yeah, whatever works for you, man. So what did you guys do when you went out?
We actually went to a comedy club. We had a good time.
Nice.
That's a good. Did you drink heavily, or did you guys keep it pretty mellow?
I had a few drinks, a couple of shots, and a beer or two, and she had her wine.
A typical comedy club.
Yeah. So overall, how do you think it went?
I thought everything went great. What I normally do is I take women to comedy clubs because the beauty of it is that the comics do all the job for you. They get them in a good mood. They get them laughing, and that's it. And then after that, most of the times, they're ready to put out.
All right.
And you don't have to do much work for it.
All right. So you take them to comedy clubs so they laugh and they're in a good mood, and most likely they will hook up with you after.
Well, yeah, because then the date went great and you did minimal effort.
And because they laugh, they're like, I'm with this guy. He must be funny because I've been laughing the whole time, and you don't have to actually tell a joke.
Exactly. I mean, I created that whole date, that whole time. Whether it was me who made her laugh or not, it doesn't matter. It was the fact that they have a good time while being with me.
I'm not going to lie. You sound kind of slimy, man. Like, your whole goal of the date is to hook up at the end, and you have, like, a routine for all the women that you go out with.
But how is that slimy? Don't you go out on dates to try to hook up with somebody or meet somebody that you're going to eventually hook up with?
Yeah, but I go out on dates to get to know people, not for the end being of just getting naked with them that evening.
But we do get to know each other. That's part of it.
It just depends how well you get to know each other.
As long as you're honest and you're finding women who are also with the same goal.
That's the whole goal of dating, to eventually meet somebody you're going to be checking up with for a while.
That's true, man.
But it doesn't look like it worked out in this instance, right? Or did it?
No, it didn't really work out. At the end, all I got was a hug and a kiss. I mean, the only thing I can think of is perhaps I was being too smooth, and she's, she's used to dating idiots. I mean, she said so herself.
Okay.
But you were too smooth is your analysis of the date.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be that, or it could be that she's just not used to going out with somebody like me. I mean, like I said, I look like Joe Manganiello, and I do get a lot of attention. I mean, we're out, people are doing double takes, especially a lot of women. And then, of course, I look back at them. Maybe, she felt intimidated.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
I'm kind of intimidated talking to you, honestly.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Is this unusual for you not to take a woman back to your place after a date?
It is. It is. I mean, usually, at least, at the very minimum, if I don't take them back to my place, I get to second base or something.
Okay.
At the very minimum. But none of that happened. Like I said, it was a kiss on the cheek and a hug and a thank you, and there I am thinking I want my money back or something.
So do you want to call her to try to go out with her again, or do you want to ask for your money back?
No, I mean, I actually liked her, so I was, I've been texting her and calling her, but she's not returning my calls or texts.
Is it only because she denied you that you want to call her?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. It was definitely part of it, but I would love to go out with her again. After we had a great time, maybe we can do something else. I don't know, take her to the circus or something.
The circus?
The circus.
Another good mood date setter?
You enjoy taking people out to shows.
Yeah.
Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Kevin is on the phone. He wants to call a girl named April. They went out to a comedy club on their first date, and Kevin says that he likes to take girls to comedy clubs for dates because the comics do all the work for him, make her laugh, get her all in a good mood, and it usually seals the deal after.
Smart, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought, you said you were probably too smooth on the date, and that could be one of the factors that turned her away. Have you ever thought that maybe you should drop all of that and just be yourself?
I don't understand the question. I mean, I am being myself. I'm just the way I am. I'm very smooth.
You can't help
I'm
it.
sorry, I don't mean to be a hater. My bad.
Hey, Casanova is in your genes, man. What are you going to do, right?
Exactly. I really don't think I'm doing something that is not normal. It's just the way I am. I mean, I have a great personality. What can I tell you?
It's so good that you have to go to comedy shows so that people can make your date laugh.
Right, because it's the smart way to do things.
All right.
It's easier.
I'm going to dial.
Smooth, not funny.
Yeah. I'm going to dial her phone number right now, man. Here we go.
All right, great.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for April.
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, April, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Thanks for asking. Are you familiar with the radio show?
No.
Oh. You're just this friendly to people normally?
I guess I'm just this friendly. Where are you calling from again?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I host a radio show.
Okay.
And we're calling you today because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Okay.
His name is Kevin.
Oh.
And Kevin emailed us because he said that he took you out on a date, but now you're not getting back to him, and he's confused.
Oh, okay.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and that's what it is. Kevin wanted us to call you and find out why you're not responding to his phone calls or text messages.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very confused how you could turn down someone who looks exactly like Joe Manganiello.
How do you know that?
Because we talked to him, and he told us that a lot of people say he looks like Joe Manganiello, right? That's how you say it? Yeah.
You got it. You nailed it.
I guess he kind of does.
I actually figured that's why you went out with him. Like, he says he even puts it on his dating profile, which seemed like overkill to me, but...
Yeah, he was super cute. I just, I don't know.
Well, do you mind telling us why you're not calling him back? I mean, from his story, everything sounded cool. Like,
I don't know. It was just kind of embarrassing for me.
Really? He didn't describe anything that would have been embarrassing.
Well, the comedy show was kind of interesting.
Was it funny or something?
No, the performers were funny. That was fine. I guess they kind of called him out at one point.
They called him out?
Yeah, like they called on him, because, sometimes performers do that. They pick on someone from the audience.
Yeah.
And they picked on him, and they were kind of like, you're here every week with a different girl. And
whoa!
No way!
Oh, no.
Out for that?
Yeah, and he just kind of laughed, and he didn't really say anything, and I just thought it was kind of odd.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh, man.
red flag.
Man.
You might not know this about me, April, but I do stand-up comedy too, and I've been in this situation where I've seen people in the audience with different girls or different guys, and I'm like, oh, it'd be so fun to call them out, and somebody actually did it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Dude, he must go a lot to have that done to him.
Yeah, he was like, this guy down in the front row, broad shoulders over here. And he was laughing, and he was like, oh, man, so where'd you get this one? Is this number 25?
Oh, man.
Whoa.
All right. So
God, that must have made you feel like crap.
Yeah, pretty instantly. Crap.
Oh no!
I could see how that would be embarrassing for you.
It was just pretty embarrassing. I mean, what do you say? What are you supposed to do? I just kind of laughed and.
You can't come back from that.
Did you ever ask him about it while you guys were out?
Yeah, I didn't ask him in the club because, there are tons of people watching, so I didn't really say anything. But then when we were walking out, I kind of was like, hey, so, why, do you come here a lot? Why did he call on you? And he just kind of said, oh, yeah, that guy was joking around. They're just picking on me.
Yeah, right.
He didn't really answer, but he kind of made it seem like, I don't know, maybe he and the performer were friends. He just, he didn't go into it.
Of course they're friends. He's one of their best customers, obviously.
No kidding.
Yeah, so, I just felt really uncomfortable at that point, and I didn't really want to be date number 25. And
do you think if the comic hadn't said anything that you would have actually enjoyed yourself with him?
That's very possible. Yeah, I would say so.
Oh no!
Maybe. The show was good. It's easy to enjoy comedy performances. You don't really have to talk to the person you're on a date with.
Yeah, and you're in a great mood after, so the date seems awesome, and then you know.
Yeah, comedy shows are always pretty high energy, so.
Backfired. I can't
Yeah.
Well, April, I do want to let you know something. I want to let you know that Kevin is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Okay, sure, yeah.
No, seriously.
No,
April, he really is.
No, he's not. You're pulling my leg.
No, I promise. Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
There's Kevin.
Hi,
Oh.
April. Nice to hear your voice again.
Oh, that's, yeah. Okay.
Like I said when we started chatting, before we met up, you have the sweetest voice there is.
Oh my God.
Really?
Leon,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I missed it.
What, Kevin? What is?
Kevin, what do you have to say for the comedian's comments during the date?
It was obviously a joke. I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of it. The guy said number 25. Come on, that's an exaggeration. It's that's what
But
comics
so you have
do in
brought other
jokes.
girls to this comedy club before then, even if it's not 25, right?
Well, to other places, not necessarily there. I like comedy, and you know that. Comedians are paid to stress the truth, and and we're sitting front row. That's of course they're gonna pick on you.
Okay, so yeah, comedians stretch to the truth, but why? I asked you about it as we were walking out too, and you just kind of didn't say anything. So something makes me feel like you have been there a lot.
Like I told you, it was a joke. And look, April, the bottom line, in all seriousness, your laugh makes me so hot. So that is the truth.
No,
What did you say, Kevin?
I'm saying this seriously, and I mean it, April. Your laugh makes me so hot.
Oh my God, she's trying so hard not to laugh right now.
Oh no.
I mean, yeah, it's the truth. You have a great smile, and it turns me on. And then, of course, you're beautiful, and you're hottie. So, and April, you just said yourself, if that comic hadn't gotten in the way, something might have happened between us. So, take it for the joke that it was.
I'm kind of glad that he did get in the way, though.
But there's part of you that kind of is curious, isn't there, April? I just feel like I will give him, he's kind of smooth.
The accent helps a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the accent helps.
April, look, it doesn't have to be a long-term thing. We can just go out again and have a good time, and, at least we'll have a great time together. You just gotta let yourself go and forget about what some comic at some comedy club said. I mean, come on.
Well, I don't know if I feel comfortable going out with a guy again who is putting me on a radio show. I don't know about that.
And who's asking for a one-night stand.
I didn't offer her a one-night stand. I mean, her laugh is intoxicating, and I want to give that laugh options.
Oh, nice.
Man.
And I had to go through the radio show because I wouldn't stop thinking of you. And what normal guy would do that? Come on. Only somebody who really likes you and who really wants to, have something with you will go through all of this.
Oh, man.
Listen to that laugh. You see, do you guys hear what I'm hearing? Oh, my gosh. I cannot stop thinking about it.
Yeah, Kevin, April, you got to stop because your laugh is making me hot, too. I got to be honest.
No, don't say that.
I'm
April,
just getting uncomfortable.
Would you like to go out with Kevin again on a second date? We will pay for it.
Come on.
They did say he likes my laugh. Oh, man.
Hey, correction. I didn't say I like it. I said I love it.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, my goodness. Well.
April, I think you need to check it out. I think you should go out with him one more time.
All right. Oh, fine. Okay, yes. I'll give it another shot.
Oh, my God, Kevin.
All right.
I can't believe you pulled that off, dude.
Hey, what can I say? I told you I'm an exceptional man. Yeah. All I needed was to get back in touch with her, and I'm glad you guys helped me out.
And she will feel like an exceptional woman, I'm sure, by the end of the evening.
And that's an understatement, my friend.
Oh. You hear that, April?
I did.
You sound like you're actually excited to go out with him again.
Well, I feel like I'm going to be laughing a lot more.
You'll be making all kinds of sounds by the end of the night.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
They always say don't mix business with pleasure. Mm-hmm. That's why I always wait till I'm out of work to pleasure.
What?
And Josh is on the phone today, and he accidentally mixed some business with pleasure, and now he's out of a date opportunity and out of a job.
What? Whoa, that got serious.
What's up, Josh?
Yeah, kind of frustrating.
Oh, I bet.
So, tell us about the girl that you want to call today.
So this girl I met, her name is Callie, and she was a client of mine. I'm a dog walker. I walk 11 or 12 dogs a day.
I don't mean to laugh at that. When you say client, I think of like some huge business firm somewhere.
Well, for me, they're a big client. They're a big deal to me.
Yeah.
for
No,
sure.
that makes sense.
I have a feeling if you
Continue.
lose like one client when you're a dog walker, that's a big hit to your business.
It can be, but they tend to come and go pretty frequently. You never know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your email said that she was a client of yours and now she's not talking to you?
Yeah, so basically the story is she found me online, and she lived pretty close to me, just a few blocks away, which is great for me. And before I sign her on as a client, I go over there to meet the dog and meet her and exchange keys and everything. So that's how I met her.
Okay. And you were like, you know what? Before I walk your dog, you and I should get a little intimate and get to know each other first. You got to get to know the owner before you can take care of the dog.
I try not to do that with every client, you know.
Did you want to ask her out immediately?
You know, I was attracted to her, but it's not really appropriate for me to be asking out clients, so that didn't even really cross my mind. I was just like, oh, she's really nice. This is great.
So how'd you guys go out then?
So I'd been walking her dog for maybe a week, and just hadn't been that long. And because she lived so close to me, she was the last dog on my route. So when I went to walk Penny, oh, by the way, her dog Penny is just like the cutest, best dog ever. It's my favorite.
Oh, Penny, I like that name.
Dude, and seriously, what girl doesn't fall for a man who's good with dogs?
It's like kids, right?
Yeah,
like a
it's
turn-on.
good. It's a good quality to have.
I tend to like the dogs better than the people.
I can understand that. People kind of suck. Dogs are always kind of cool, you know.
So anyway, that day I go to walk Penny, and when I put my key in the door and open up, she's actually there in the kitchen.
And she was naked.
No.
Oh. Sorry.
It would be a very different story.
Am I getting ahead of the story?
That's a different plot line from something else you've watched.
Okay, so she was there when you opened up the door. I'm sorry.
Not naked.
Yeah, no. So she's home, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she said she got off work early, and she was like, oh, I'm actually glad to see you. Like, I'm happy to see you, which was, you know, interesting.
Yeah.
So we start chatting again, just like last time, and I walk the dog and come back, and she's like, hey, do you wanna go out for a drink or something?
Oh, nice. So she
Bold
asked you
move,
out.
ma'am.
Yeah. So I would never ask out a client, but apparently she had no problem asking out the dog walker she just hired.
Okay.
Dude, that's sweet. That's got to feel good.
It did feel good. So, so I'm getting really flustered.
Yeah, I can hear you blushing over the
Yeah.
phone right now.
So we end up just kind of walking around the area a little bit. We find a little pizza place, so we stop in there, and we got some pizza and maybe half an hour, and we got the check. And she was like, okay, well, I'll see you later. Bye.
That's it?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
It's really only been like half an hour. So I was like, was this even a date? Did she just want to get some food and I happened to be here? Like, what's the deal?
I could really use somebody to get pizza with. Oh, the dog walker's here. Let's go get pizza. What do you think?
So who paid?
I did. I mean, it was just a couple slices of pizza, so it wasn't, you know.
Okay.
One thought I had was I just finished my route of 11 dogs, and then I've got their scent all over me. I basically smell like a giant dog park.
All right. And you're thinking that she smelled you at dinner and was like, okay, I got to go. I don't want to date this dude.
I don't know. Maybe that was enough to put her off. I really don't know. So I texted her later, and I was like, hey, are you doing okay? Is everything okay? And she took a little while to respond, and when she did, she said, actually, I found someone else to walk my dog.
Whoa.
Wow. So
Wow, you got dumped twice.
Yeah. So I got ditched on the date and ditched on the dog.
man, you must have done something else if she even fired you from walking her dog.
That's what I thought, too. So I said, what happened? Did I do something wrong? And she said, nah, just not working out. That's it. Just not working out.
And you don't remember saying anything like disparaging about her dog or...
I would never. How dare you? This is, okay, I know this sounds bad, but like this is the biggest tragedy of losing that little dog.
Oh, Penny.
Yeah, you don't get to walk little Penny anymore.
I know. It actually kind of chokes me up.
Well, maybe you should just cruise by her house and check on the dog.
No,
That
that's
could be
weird.
okay.
I mean, I do still have the key. Maybe I can check in.
Oh, creepy.
Well, I've got a better idea. Instead of just showing up at her house and using the key to get inside, let's just do a second date update then, okay?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, cool. If the second date update doesn't work, then we'll go to the next level. All right? All right. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
All right, thank you guys so much.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, a lot of people think that not calling somebody back for a second date is a victimless crime. But it's not. Because Josh is on the phone with us, and today he wants to call a girl who blew him off for a date. He was her dog walker, and now not only does he not have a date, but he also doesn't have a dog to walk. And the real victim here, is Penny, the dog.
Oh, poor Penny.
Hey, Josh, you on the phone?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
What kind of dog is Penny?
She's a French bulldog.
Penny the Frenchie, sitting home, alone, wondering when somebody's going to come take her for a walk. But now, nobody's showing up. Nobody's ever showing up to take Penny for a walk.
You're going to make him cry.
All because
Bad.
Josh ruined a date, and now a dog has to go walkless. Well, I don't think she's actually going walkless. Yeah. What happened was Callie, the girl that we're about to call for a second date update, went out on a date with Josh. They went out and got some pizza. She kind of ended the date early. After the date, he texted her and asked if everything was okay. And she said, actually, I think I'm going to find a different dog walker. So I think Penny will be okay, but Josh might not be. We're about to find out.
It is strange since she's the one that asked you out. Do you think you screwed up on the date, or do you think you screwed up walking her dog?
I think there must have been something strange on the date because she was ready to go out, and then at the end she was done.
Yeah, you said she finished the date pretty quickly, and she was kind of different to you after, so.
Absolutely, yeah.
Unless maybe her dog texted her while you guys were out and told her about something you did while you were walking her.
Well, then I want to know what went wrong with the dog. I didn't do anything.
Frenchies are very advanced. I could see that.
All right, I'm going to dial her number right now, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Callie there?
This is she.
Hey, Callie, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm good.
Have you ever heard of the show before?
The show?
Yeah, Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Sorry, I haven't. What's this about?
Well, it's about a guy that you went on a date with.
I'm sorry, what?
I'll explain. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So you recently went out with a dude named Josh.
Okay,
Right.
this is weird.
Yeah.
And Josh listens to our show, so he emailed us asking if we could call you to find out if he did something wrong when you guys went out for pizza.
Huh. Okay, well, I just don't think it's going to work out.
Yeah,
So
he told us that. He's kind of concerned because he wants to know if he did something so bad that you wouldn't even allow him around your dog.
I mean, I just realized he's not the kind of guy I want to be around, and really not the kind of guy I want Penny to be around. Penny is my dog.
Really? He seemed like super caring about your dog, so much so that I think he was almost more upset about not getting to see Penny than not going out on another date.
He didn't do anything wrong. It's just kind of my thing, and I just realized he wasn't a good match.
Okay. What is it? I mean, I'm really confused.
You know, like different personality studies that like scientists do about like how to tell different traits about people?
Yeah, I've had a lot of those done on me by psychologists. So I'm familiar with those things.
You're the only one that skips therapist and goes straight to psychologist.
Yeah, no joke. I mean, I'm just a big believer in that. I think that most of those things are really true.
Okay. So did you make him take some kind of psychological test or an evaluation or something?
No, I just have a little thing that I do to get to know people a little bit better.
Okay.
Ooh, what is it? I want to know.
Well, there's this one study, and it's literally like 99.9% correct all the time. I read about it, and then I've been like paying attention to my life, and this is like always true.
Okay.
And it's that you can tell about somebody's personality based on the pizza toppings that they order.
You're kidding, right?
And where did you see this study?
I read about it in Newsweek first,
Okay.
and then I looked it up, and it's like the study was really well done. But in my life, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, paying attention to what people order on their pizza, and it's true. Exactly what they say. My friends, my ex-boyfriends, it's all true. What they say matches up with what people like on their pizza.
Yeah, but it's it's kind of like astrological signs. Those definitions are always so vague that they could probably work for anybody.
These have been really specific. And at first I would try to ignore it. Tried to go out with guys who their pizza toppings told me the wrong things about their personality. And it was a mistake. It works out better when I just follow the guidelines.
So what did he order on his pizza that made you ditch him after only a half an hour?
He got the works, which is just a total red flag right off the bat.
Yeah, tell me about it. Come on.
You mean he got green peppers and lots of meat and onions and some olives?
He wasn't specific. He just ordered the works, And so what that means is that somebody is indecisive and lazy. They can't even choose what toppings they want. They just order the one with everything on it.
Okay.
Yeah, or he just has a liking of lots of flavor.
I told you, this is my thing. It really works for me, and that's how I judged him. If he orders the works, he's probably never going to make anything of himself or make anything out of his life.
Does he seem like a lazy, no good dude?
No, but he is a professional dog walker and has been doing that for a while now.
Whoa!
Doesn't strike me as the most ambitious person.
But come on!
Wait a second. I have to say something here.
Callie, that's Josh. He's actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
He's been listening this whole time.
Yeah, I just really don't appreciate being called lazy and being judged on my pizza toppings. Are you serious?
Look, this is my thing. I'm sorry. You seem really nice, but, maybe if you were a pepperoni guy or something, it would work.
That's a good choice, then.
What's a pepperoni guy?
Pepperoni guys are givers. They're romantic.
Interesting.
Yeah, everyone likes pepperoni. Everyone gets pepperoni. That is the most cliche, stereotypical thing I've ever heard. That's romantic?
Not everybody gets it. You didn't get it.
I ordered the works. There's pepperoni in that, along with 100 other things that are all amazing.
No, it's not the same. It's not if you order the meat lovers, those are the bad boys. It's not. All the different ones are very specific.
Right.
Callie, what do you do if people like different things on different days? What if Josh orders Hawaiian the next time you hang out with him?
Yeah.
But he should have ordered Hawaiian. Pineapple guys they're great. They're up for anything.
Really?
Oh,
Who knew that?
This is unbelievable.
Josh, I'm sorry you had to hear it this way, but I really think this is true, and it does reflect accurately. You're a dog walker. It doesn't seem like you're trying to do anything else with your life.
For your information, if you'd bothered to ask anything about me on the date, you would have known that I'm studying to be a vet.
Oh, see?
Yeah, take that.
This is the thing. The works guys, they're big talkers. They like to make big plans, but they have no follow through.
Oh, he's lying.
All right, you hear that, Josh? Based on your pizza choice, you're not going to accomplish your goal of being a vet. I'm sorry that you had to hear
I'm
it.
telling you guys, it's really accurate.
Callie, I feel like you're really going to miss out on some good people like Josh who like the works because you're stuck in this weird study that you read that sounds like it came from Cosmo magazine.
I've dated so many guys in my life, and this works better than anything else. It works better than my own instinct.
Well, Callie, would you like to give it another shot and see if maybe he'll order a different kind of pizza? Or if you have another food test that we don't know about, you could take him to that restaurant. Would you go on a second date with Josh? We will pay for it.
I really don't think it's going to work out. And for him, really, I'm just kind of worried about his future.
You're
Wow.
worried about his future.
He's hopeless.
You know what, Callie? This is really unfair, and I understand if you think I'm not a good enough person to date, but could you at least give your dog the benefit of having me as her walker? I think we really had something.
You're really asking
You
for
still
that?
want to walk her dog even after she said all that to you?
I'm perfectly fine having a professional relationship, and I care more about the dog at this point.
See, I think he's dedicated and going places, Kelly.
Wouldn't that be weird? We went on a date, and now you know what I think of you, then you still want to walk my dog?
Well, yeah, if you think I'm a guy who just has no ambition, is going nowhere, you'll know you have a secure dog walker for a long time.
What do you think, Callie? How about this? No date, but you let him still walk your dog, Penny.
Well, he was really great with Penny, and the replacement guy I got, I'm not even going to ask him out for pizza, so.
Must be a mushroom guy.
He's not worth the pizza.
Well,
I don't even want to get to know him that well.
and you guys really don't have to see each other, right, when you walk the dog?
No, you can just show up and walk the dog. Josh, you still have my key, right?
Yeah, I do, and I'll take really good care of Penny.
Aw, see?
Fine, but we don't have to talk, but you can definitely walk my dog. You're really good at it.
All right, well, no second date for you, Josh, but you got your job back as a dog walker.
That's what matters.
That's all that matters.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A text in at 78592 about today's second date update that says, that guy dodged a bullet. I don't think so. I think that he's lazy and unmotivated, and he's not going to do anything with his life. Talk about that in just a second, but real quick, I just wonder if you guys have heard anything about my friends at Advocates Law.
Oh, who are they?
AdvocatesLaw.com, 206-512-3555. Who are they, you ask? Well, they can handle personal injury if you're hurt at work or something like that. But they also handle auto as well. Let's say you're in a fender bender and you're having trouble getting money from the insurance. Just give them a call, 206-512-3555. You don't pay anything to talk to an attorney, and you don't pay anything unless you win. And they've gotten over $100 million for their clients. So some people could have just been in on an accident in the way to work today. And if you have been, hit them up right now. AdvocatesLaw.com, 206-512-3555. Now, for the second date update, if you missed it, this dude Josh wanted to call a girl named Callie. They went out, had some pizza. We got her on the phone to find out why she wasn't calling him back, and it's because of his pizza choice. Believe it or not, that's the deal breaker.
Wow.
So weird.
She said that she read some sort of survey or study on people's pizza choices.
Oh, she made it sound very official.
Very official.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it is, like on BuzzFeed or something, probably. Anyway, because he ordered a Works pizza, she was like, not the kind of guy I want to date.
Oh, come
at all.
Yeah, if you order the Works.
She said he's like lazy and unmotivated and can't make decisions.
No.
She even went as far as to say that he wouldn't make it in his career that he wanted to have because of his pizza choice. So she didn't want to date a lazy loser that would order a Works pizza.
Yeah, someone just texted in, just thought back on all my relationships, and everything she said about pizza was holding true.
Okay.
No.
Maybe it is more true.
I never thought about
She
it.
said that she does this with all of her dates. She takes them out to pizza on a first date and then sees what they order
I don't know.
and bases her decision on going out with them again based on what they order. If he ordered a pepperoni pizza, I guess he would have been okay.
Everything would have been great.
And she really liked pineapple dudes.
I married a pepperoni guy. I'll tell you,
You
not
did?
very romantic, but an excellent choice in a partner.
Okay, so
Yeah.
text in at 78592. What pizza choice won't you date?
Okay.
Let us know. Me, veggie. If she orders veggie, sorry, I'm out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a healthy choice.
Someone else texted in, I bet she orders plain pizza. As if
Plain, boring pizza.
that is the insult, I guess.
If you want a second date update, remember all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person that didn't call you back.